Today is March March 17, 2014. I'm Ramon Gonzalez Morseglio, and the perpetrators are still attacking my jawbone. They're flicking at it. When I want to work out to lose weight, they hit me with a frequency, and I get ill, and it's hard for me to work out. I wanted to clean the yard and I felt ill. They were hitting my stomach, actually pushing the food in my stomach, and I had to slow down. So sporadically, and when I wanted to go for a swim in the pool, they hit me in my jaw just now. When I wanted to swim in the pool, I scratched myself in my legs, in my inner thighs, etc. And when I step in the chlorine burns it, so I don't want to go in the pool until I heal. Maybe tomorrow. So the perpetrators are preventing me from working out, losing weight. So I'm gonna have to stop eating as much. So I don't eat too much. So today I ate a lot of churrasco. Right now I weigh, because I ate food, I weigh about 170. It was what, 160 before. So some of it is food, and I drink water also. So when I weighed myself earlier, it was like 165. When I've been laying down, they've been hitting me heavy on my skull. They're forcing me to wake every morning. Every morning they force me to wake. They cause itching when I try to sleep. At nighttime they usually cause the itching. When I'm trying to sleep, they'll cause some kind of either my eyebrow or my nose to itch, or my mustache area, someplace, usually around my nose or my eyebrow. Perpetrators aiming directed energy weapons. How do they cause the itching? They possibly hit a frequency on the germs, and the germs start moving around and you feel itching sensation. That's a theory of them causing itching. This weapon can be shot like a laser. It burned a hole, and you could look at it, PHIREWERK. You can see it burn a clear hole laser through my foot. So it's as powerful as a laser beam, and it can also affect germs on your. It doesn't affect your face, but it'll cause itching. Like it won't show any symptoms. It'll make you itch. So it's powerful as a laser that'll burn a hole through your foot, and it's also sensitive. It can cause itching on your body. So they use it at different frequencies, will cause different damages. They want me to talk about the dream. I had a dream of me and an online friend being in an abandoned building. She was with her husband, and I was in the same building. We were supposedly sleeping in this abandoned building, and when we were in there, we started discussing I think a relationship between me and her, and she's married, and I was trying to get her away from her husband. And in the dream, this is a dream, it was like, oh, are you gonna leave him? I was like, are you gonna leave him? And then I gave her a hug, and then they said, this is her emotions, this is how she feels about you. And she was like happy and love and stuff like that. But the perpetrators possibly woke me, and I realized that it was just a dream. So the dreams, you feel whatever you feel. Like if you're happy or in love, etc., those are not real feelings, they're just a dream. So they don't know the meaning of it. Then the perpetrators this morning, they started acting up. I can't document half the things they say, that they were trying to question what is she doing, what is she's gonna come here and she's gonna do that, she's this or that. She might be having problems with her husband, I don't know. And then they're trying, I want information as far as would be nice, that I'm not forcing it out of her. I don't want to get involved in her business. I would like to get information of why she was put on this thing. I don't know who I'm talking to if they put her on. That's all. Like, what did she cheat on her husband? Did she cheat on her husband? And the people that I asked my father a question, if somebody cheated on, let's say, your son, and you hooked your son up with this female and she cheated and you saw her cheat, would you then tell? My father said, yeah, I would tell. So I'm being technically blocked all the time from females, and the females that they don't want, they still try to block me. So I'm being technically blocked from females, and somebody's getting hooked up with females. So if they hooked him up with females, then they hooked him up with her possibly. If they didn't, don't know. So there are people that get hooked up, and then there's people that are being severely blocked. So those people that are being hooked up are also blocking other people from, like, if I came in contact with a female and we weren't affected, I would get the female. If they severely block me, which they do, then the other person or the female is lured to another perpetrator's relative. I don't run after females all the time. Like, I don't come in contact with females. Females are not around me. They act strange towards me. Some of them don't even look at me at all, but when they're near me, they give me dirty looks. They're not even looking in my direction. They don't even know it, and that happens a lot. So her situation, if those same people that hooked, if they hooked it, quote unquote, that's why I need to know information. It's helpful to know this information. If they hooked her up and they found her cheating, same people that monitor her, that hooked her up, they found her cheating, then they will probably want her out of there. So they want her to confess. They probably want her to confess. There's another group of males, once they see that she cheated, they're going to try to blackmail her. So there's two, one wants to confess and one wants to blackmail. I don't want to blackmail. What I want is information, like what's going on as far as, and the truth has to be told. If there was cheating, you have to tell the truth. That'll separate the guy looking for that information. The other guy can't blackmail you if you tell the truth. So it knocks out those, this guy gets his answer and this person can't blackmail you. Because I'm getting blackmailed for other people's, well, via voice of skull, for other people's problems. And I can't be blackmailed, but it comes with physical pain. After they blackmail, they cause physical pain with that directed energy weapons. So they have to fess up. As far as their sin is concerned, sin in their life has to be confessed. Sin only. Like if cheating, adultery, etc. Adultery is a crime. We're talking about felonies. You have the right to remain silent with felonies. And I found out a lot more information. I'm gonna pause this and talk in the other room. Now, my perpetrator might be Jose M. Sandoval. He's a former New Jersey candidate for mayor, and he is the first cousin of, or the cousin of Mencia Sandoval, which is my father's girlfriend, and Mencia Sandoval. He might be the possible perpetrator. Either him or somebody he knows is linked to something. They did something in my name, and they used their relatives, him and a Secret Service agent, possibly use they used my name. He knew, or he was watching her, and wherever she went, they would jump on to. I don't know what he is like right now. I don't know what kind of connections he has. So we're gonna check. Let's see online. I'm gonna sell everything. I'm gonna put her photo and his photo together and make a YouTube. And see, they put my. I'm gonna do that to see if her son is getting hooked up. I'm getting blocked severely, and our son is getting hooked up with multiple women, and they wanted me out of my own apartment, and I document this on other audios before. They try to push me out of my own apartment in Brooklyn, and I don't live there anymore. They try to push me out, and now he's living there. So I didn't think he was the perpetrator because I didn't see any connection. But now that I see that he's linked to politics, and he's a perpetrator, and I did document, I filed a federal complaint based on that. I think somebody military is trying to push me out of my own apartment, and I don't know why. And I did file an FBI complaint with J. Edgar Hoover or One Federal Plaza, etc. So somebody, who does he know that's pushing me out of my own apartment, accusing me of crimes daily, etc., etc. I want answers. And they need to fess up if they have anything to do with it. They said I got my answer telepathically or voice of skull. Why isn't he thrown in jail? Because his wishful thinking is more powerful than anybody, or his Secret Service agents, etc. Their wishful thinking. They're still causing me physical pain. Because he's possibly also lying about me. Is he lying? I gotta question. Don't know who he is, and don't know if it's him. Maybe it's a Secret Service agent that said, I'll watch this guy for you, and then he says, oh, I gotta cover it up because he did that or the other. I have nothing to do with this. Is not what I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about his cousin. He's another nationality than mine. I'm Puerto Rican American. Him and his cousins are different nationalities. They're both getting hooked up with a lot of women. The two brothers. They're cheating on their wives, and they're doing so. I don't get into their business, and I made a statement that they keep pretending to be after him, his cousin's son, and they're hitting me, and I have nothing to do with him. I don't hang out with him. He comes here when he's in the house, and that's the only time I see him. I don't go out with him, so I don't know whatever he did. If he did something, I have nothing to do with it. So I stated that he has a lot of girlfriends, and they keep pretending to be after him, and they're hitting me. And then he winds up moving downstairs, and then when I leave, then he moved into the apartment. And now where's he next? He wants to live in this house. So I'm in Puerto Rico. So we're gonna check this out, and I'm gonna document all this online. This might even go online. So I gotta put this online. I don't trust any politicians. I don't trust the fact that they're following you. They're lying about you, and then they're hooking up their relatives, and if their relatives do something wrong, they want to blame you. So they should first get that person, check him out, and they need to do their job, or to stop the people from being tortured. Now they're saying I'm being tortured for other reasons. I'm being tortured because somebody keeps lying about me. They're flicking at me. Trafficking, he's affiliated with is that guy affiliated with trafficking? Possibly.